Hello, cocktail lovers! I'm Raslava, sommelier and wine educator, your guide on this journey through the world of wines, spirits, and cocktails. Dark and Stormy is a cocktail with a minimalist recipe, a peculiar history, and even its own trademark. The drink comes from Bermuda. In its basic form, it consists of just two ingredients: ginger beer and dark rum. But in the US, the rum is legally restricted to one brand only, Gosling's Black Seal. The story begins in 1806. William Gosling, a London wine and spirit merchant, had a son named James. At some point, James decided to expand the family business to the New World. He chartered a ship, the Mercury, loaded it with alcohol worth 10,000 pounds sterling, nearly 800,000 in today's money, and set sail to America. But the voyage never reached its destination. After 91 days at sea, the ship arrived into Bermuda, 1,000 kilometers away of its destination, and with the freight expired. 3 months on the ocean was too long even for that era. As fate would have it, James liked Bermuda so much that he abandoned his American plans and opened a shop in Hamilton, the island's capital. The shop grew into the family company still active today, Gosling's Brothers Limited. The famous rum came later. In 1860, the Goslings imported their first batch of raw rum, began experimenting with blending and aging, and by 1863 released their own dark, full-bodied spirit, called Old Rum. At first it was sold straight from the barrel, poured into whatever containers customer brought. But during World War I, the Goslings found a steady supply of empty champagne bottles from the Royal Navy officers' mess. They reused the bottles, sealing them with a black wax. Customers loved it and began asking for the Black Seal rum. Over time, the rum changed its name to the Black Seal rum, first informally and then officially. The logo came later, in 1949, when Francis Gosling designed the Black Seal label, playing on the double meaning of the word seal. Today, Gosling produces several types of rum. The rums are distilled in Barbados and Jamaica, then shipped to Bermuda for aging in additionally charred bourbon barrels for 3 to 6 years before being blended. Most of the rum is exported in barrels for bottling elsewhere, for local sales are bottled on the island. And while their standard bottle looks like the most rum, Goslings also released a special reserve old rum in champagne bottles, lined with a black wax, a tribute to the tradition that gave the brand its name. In the 1920s, the British Royal Navy Officers Club in Bermuda operated a small brewery to make ginger beer for its own use. Traditional ginger beer is a yeast-fermented infusion of ginger and sugar. It originated in Yorkshire, England in the 18th century and spread across the globe with the British Navy. It became especially popular in Great Britain, the USA, Canada, and South Africa. At first, ginger beer was slightly alcoholic, but very quickly it became particularly alcohol-free. The alcohol from fermentation is removed by heating. Today, you can find both traditional ginger beer made by fermentation and soda sold under the same name. There is also ginger ale, but that's always just carbonated water with flavorings. For the dark and stormy cocktail, traditionally fermented ginger beer is the right choice, as its flavor is quite different from the ginger soda. Sailors took the ginger beer immediately, perhaps because ginger is known to help with nausea, and not every sailor is immune to the seasickness. So the Officers' Club brewed ginger beer for themselves, and eventually someone decided to add rum. The result was so much better that the idea caught on quickly. The name Dark and Stormy supposedly comes from the old fishermen, who said the drink was the color of a cloud only full-blooded men would sail under. At least, that's the official story told by Gosling's Brothers Limited. Of course, the officers in Bermuda weren't the only ones who thought of mixing rum and ginger beer, but they did not spread their discovery widely. In Bermuda, however, the Goslings were the only rum producers, and between 1920 and 1980 they expanded their sales worldwide, promoting their rum together with a dark and stormy as inseparable partners. In 1980, the Gosling family trademarked the name Dark and Stormy. Legally, in the United States, only Gosling's Black Seal rum can be used to make the cocktail sold under that name. Today, Goslings even sell ready-to-drink Dark and Stormy in cans. In 2009, they also began producing their own ginger beer. For this part is not trade-marked, so anyone can mix Dark and Stormy with their favorite ginger beer. The cocktail is one of the official drinks in the International Bartender Association in the New Era Drinks category. Let's make it. In the highball glass, fill it with ice, pour the ginger beer. These are the basic rum and ginger beer. Often freshly squeezed lime juice or a little syrup can be added. I added some lime juice. Then float the rum on top. The rum represents the storm clouds. According to the IBA, for 100 ml ginger beer, add 60 ml Gosling Black Seal rum. Garnish with slice of lime. And while the cocktail is traditionally served unstirred for dramatic effect, it should be stirred before drinking. Let's stir. This one for you, this one for me. Stay with me, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask questions and don't hesitate to support me. Cheers!